Okay, so this is basically the Zodiac series you are working on for the online store. So you're gonna have 12 pieces. So basically there'll be one each month. And this one is, what is this?
Taurus.
Taurus. Then what are you, like, what's the story behind this Taurus? Why are they golden eggs?
So this is inspired by, I believe, vintage McQueen, or maybe no. I take that back. It may have been the earlier stages of Sarah Burton at Alexander McQueen.
Mhm.
A frock, and it had all of these different what is it, ruffles,
Ruffles? Yep.
black and white. And I wanted to challenge myself and turn it into something different while still keeping the elements. And
Mhm.
the elements that are synonymous with Alexander McQueen are leather and armor. And that is what the skull is. It's a armor,
Ooh.
and the leather and the red. So these are classic elements that Lee McQueen introduced into his earlier collections, which were always synonymous with being savage and very, off-putting
Yep.
and dangerous, you know.
Yep.
And so there is a timeline which is life, the egg, and death, the skeleton. So there's three different timelines present. Well, as I said, the present, which is this bull, or the symbolism for a bull,
Mhm.
the egg, which is at the beginning, and the skeleton, which is the end. There's beauty in all three of them, as you can tell, because they're made out of gold. So it's introducing this idea that it's a circular thing, and there's beauty in the birth and the present and in death.
Mhm.
Death is very prevalent in Mexican culture with Dia de los Muertos. We don't consider it the end. We consider it another step,
Mhm.
and movies like Coco, Disney's Coco,
Yep.
also talk about it. And so it's like this new era. And I wanted to now put it into a dream, because oftentimes life is a dream, and it just seems like we're alone in this.
Yep.
We're not alone, but sometimes we feel as if it. So there may be some points of somber or feelings of somberness or not. Now the ribbon it serves two purpose. It is the tail of the bull, but also hope. And hope is coming out of the shadow, which is, shadows are usually negative because
Yeah.
it's blocking the sun,
Yep.
but that is blocking it is birth. So it's just, no matter what, it's going to turn out well. So there is hope, there is death, there's a lot of conflict, but I wanted to give a different take on Taurus and the resilience, because Taurus tends to be about groundedness, about pushing forward.
Yep.
And that is what I believe encompasses the Zodiac sign. And what great designer than to put one of my favorites as Alexander McQueen to
That's
represent.
that's really cool because there is actually philosophy inside the surreal art. More than I thought it was just like, okay, there is this Taurus, and then there's one egg, and then some skeletons, and let's call it a day. But then when you look at it, you're
No,
like, okay, there are more meanings to this piece.
yeah, that's the beauty of surrealism. You can go on and on and on and on. And in art in general, and I think a lot of people, when they see fashion illustration, they just say, okay, it's just this mannequin wearing this dress or this outfit, and that's it. But I think as artists, we put meaning into it. We put a little bit of ourselves into
Yep.
it. And yeah, this is also a time when I was, looking into becoming a fashion illustrator. So I thought about my career as general. So there's so much meaning and so much connection. And
Super,
there's
super.
a lot of this of me in
Yeah.
this piece. So whoever ends up buying it, sorry, you're buying a little bit of my life, and you're stuck with it. No return. No
That's
return.
fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
But now we can move on